we begin this hour with an incredible story of courage for Black History Month. We're sharing the stories of three girls who helped change history 62 years ago. At 6 years old, they desegregated their New Orleans school the same morning as Ruby Bridges integrated a different school just blocks away. But their story has often gone untold. Jamie Wax, he met with the pioneers who are nicknamed the McDonogh Three after the school they integrated. They talked about the heroism and why they've returned to their school to make history once again.
It was Integration Day today for the first grades of two New Orleans elementary schools.
It was a short walk, but perhaps one of the most historic. Alongside U.S. Marshals, three little girls stepping foot into McDonogh 19 Elementary in New Orleans to desegregate schools in the state for the very first time, creating national impact.
Local police in large numbers were on hand to see that integration took place without trouble.
On the morning of November 14, 1960, 6-year-olds Leona Tate, Gail Etienne, and Tessie Prevost were met by the roars of protesters.
What was your sense as a child walking past all of that? Did you know it was directed to you?
With the way they were howling and making noises, I thought if they could have got to me, they would have killed me. They were angry with me, and I didn't know why. At 6 years old, I didn't understand why they were acting like that.
My daddy told me in the car, he said, look straight ahead, take my hand, and I'm here. And I wasn't afraid. For some reason, I just wasn't afraid. I felt protected with my daddy.
And then one by one, every single student left except for the three of you. Every single student.
Every single.
But the teachers stayed.
Yeah, they had received a
All the
telegram that
teachers.
morning telling them if they didn't report to school, they would be
All the
fired.
teachers had to stay.
No violence, but plenty of vocal abuse.
For the rest of the year, Tate, Etienne, and Prevost remained the only students in the entire school.
Ruth Nell Bridges has to go to school.
But the media's attention was on first grader Ruby Bridges, who desegregated William Frantz Elementary School in the same city on the same day.
Somehow the world knows Ruby Bridges. You were sort of forgotten in the mix. Did you feel that way?
Oh yeah. You know, because just knowing what we went through, you know, and for people not to remember that was hurtful.
They hold no resentment toward Bridges. They forged on, but will never forget the abuse they faced in the other integrated schools they attended throughout childhood.
In that first year, I was on nerve medicine for a while.
As a child?
As a child, at 6 years old, yes. At Sam's, I got hit in the stomach with a baseball bat. And the teachers didn't do anything about it. The principal, nobody. It was like it didn't happen. Got beat up in the classroom, spit on us, spit in our food.
In a way, there's no possible ability anyone has to express or discuss what you three have shared as a shared experience. I mean, that's a very special bond.
Oh yes, it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
Sisters for life.
It is.
I can do it.
Their sisterhood brought them back to the school 62 years later, this time with a new mission.
And this is the same door.
The Leona Tate Foundation for Change recently purchased the school, transforming the building that's been vacant since Hurricane Katrina into an educational space that opened just a few months ago. It's called the TEP Center, a nod to their three initials.
We are sitting here in the school that the three of you came to as 6-year-olds. Tell me about reclaiming this space for what it is now.
This center is to educate those that didn't know about the integration and the desegregation of public schools. And if you feel like you're a part of that, this is the place you come to try to solve that problem.
Oh, wow. This is the classroom.
This is the classroom.
Visitors can step foot into the original classroom the girls were confined to in 1960, the only room they were allowed to sit in.
This class was full of students when we got here. But in a matter of a few minutes, they were all gone.
Upstairs, the top 2 floors of the building have been converted to apartments for seniors, like Richard Johnson, the first resident to move in.
When I come through them doors, them glass doors, and I'm inside, this is like heaven. This is a spot only, this is a special spot. This is special.
Do you feel a sense of the history of this space?
Oh, trust me, I do. It's like a caterpillar turned into a cocoon, and then it turned into the butterfly. That's what happened. It's beautiful.
This caterpillar of a building has only grown with time. What started as the center of pain for 3 little girls has turned into one of hope for the 3 women today. In fact, November 14th has officially been declared New Orleans 4 Day in the city, recognizing the heroism of all 4 trailblazers whose short walk led to lasting change.
I'll ask each of you, would you do it again if you had to do it again?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
All 3 of you?
It made it better. It opened up doors, opportunities for other people. You know, so somebody had to make the sacrifice, and I guess it was the 3 of us.
The chosen ones.
The chosen ones.
Yes.
Many people are hoping to get that date, November 14th, nationally recognized as New Orleans 4 Day. And I have to say, guys, on a personal note, my own first grader goes to an incredibly diverse public school in New Orleans, more diverse than the one she would go to in New York City. Think about that for a minute, thanks to the sacrifices of the New Orleans 4 and their families. Just unbelievable.
Wow. Jamie, I have never heard of these women before, never heard this story. Thank you so much just for educating all of us about that. And it's heartbreaking to look at those little girls. I love the little black patent leather shoes and the little white ruffle socks. Everybody I know had one of those. The bravery that it took at that time, and they don't even know why it was so vitriolic. Just looking at the hatred of the people's faces, taunting at them, screaming at them, and their little girls not knowing, why are you treating us this way? What a story.
Yeah, it's a powerful
You know,
piece.
it's an
Anything about
incredible
all the-
reflection on our society to watch that through the eyes of an innocent child, right?
Exactly. And that's why these stories need to be told.
Yeah, Jamie,
Thank you, Jamie Wax.
Really lovely piece. Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All of them, all those women.